Well, hi everybody. This is Don from the Vlog of Many Things, and of course, chat's all messed up. Screen tag. Glenn,
I'm
Steve's with
here.
me.
Hiya, folks.
We may have Eric Tenkar from Tenkar's Tavern showing up. Not sure if he's
Oh
going to
no,
show up today.
but
Don't know.
we got the 10 car substitute in Stephen here. So
That's right. The man with blue headphones.
that's right.
Mhm. The guy who looks like a cameo from Dune.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's that character called? Harkonnen.
No, it was I can't think of it. It was the priestess ladies or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Get this out of the way. Buy my book,
We're officially
and
live.
I'm almost at my goal for GoFundMe, folks.
Yay.
So just got another one about a week ago, and let's keep going. Yeah. Anyway, that's me.
Well, speaking of GoFundMe, here's an interesting one. Apparently, here in the very near future,
Mhm.
Musk is going to be releasing starting up a competitor to PayPal. They
Really?
evidently just got the
But Musk founded PayPal.
yeah, but he founded PayPal, sold it, and now he's starting up another apparently some company similar to PayPal to compete against PayPal, because now apparently PayPal has become like, uber evil. So hey, let's compete against them or
Well,
something. I don't know.
PayPal. I recently canceled my PayPal account.
Well, he'll
I
link
I
it to
don't do
tweet.
PayPal at all.
He'll link it to tweet.
Oh yeah, he's got something up his sleeve. But
Mhm.
there's actually another company I just found out about. They're called Revolut.
Mhm.
Revolut, and they're like PayPal, but they're more centered on Matt. How you doing?
Hey, Matt.
Um, they're more centered on the person that's dealing in the thing. They're not they don't automatically side with the customer.
Right.
So they actually do some type of investigation. I actually signed up for them, and they get you a card, all that stuff. That's what they give you immediately as a card that you can utilize. And what I like about them is you can accept payments, and you can draw your money out like normal. You can leave your money in there and use the card. It's really 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 cool. And so I signed up with them because PayPal really pissed me off.
Well, I've had a PayPal account for a long time, but I don't hardly use it. If anybody wants to send me something else, send it to PayPal because it always stays zero unless somebody sends me money, but I'll take it right out and put it in my bank account.
Well, the problem with PayPal is that I had is that, um, like I use pay like a lot of people want to use PayPal when they pay you
Mm-hmm.
online. I do a lot of large studio scale model builds.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is
Okay.
anything of substantial amount of money like that, what they do is they'll want to hold your money.
Yeah.
But the problem is I'm using that money to buy the kit for me to build. So I'm not going to, you know, my money's tied up, and
Right.
they'll tie it up.
Oh.
And yeah, they're jerks. Matt goes, yep, 44 days until WizardCon.
Right.
Yep, we are gearing up
Like I
for it.
said, PayPal just sits there. Cash App. I've had Cash
Yep.
App for a long time, and I just fixed it so I can use it now. I would only
Yep.
use it when my oldest son wanted money because he
Mhm.
was always PayPal.
Well, there's another one. It's called Zelle.
I've heard of
Z.
that one too.
Yep. That's really good. I like to use that a lot, and the problem with PayPal is they've blatantly lied to their clients, and they've created this idea that they're the only one that offers you purchase protection.
Right.
Mhm.
And what people don't realize is that if you're transferring, if you use your credit card, no matter how you're paying, you're protected by your credit card company.
That's right.
Mhm.
PayPal has put this thing forward where, even you can only do, like, if you do friends and family, you're screwed. No, if I pay Glenn $500 via friends and family and Glenn doesn't deliver, yeah, PayPal policy may be you can't get your money back, but my credit card will definitely give me my money back.
Mhm.
And that's the thing that they've kind of wrapped themselves around and kind of lied to people about,
Yeah.
because like with Zelle, like you buy for an online store.
Right.
But then I use Cash App, I use Zelle, I'm now using Revolut, and so far so good.
Hey, what is your, what, by the way, I don't mean to pry,
No, you're
but
fine.
what is your bank?
My bank
Yeah.
that I use Huntington.
Huntington. Okay. Do you have in your area PNC?
Yes.
Good. Because I have a PNC account.
Yes.
And that's where all my money's going to for the GoFundMe and everything else.
Yeah.
But here, if I want to put any money in it, I got to go to Walmart because there are no PNCs in Oklahoma at all.
Yeah, we've got PNCs here.
So I'm going to call. I'm going to be in, hear this, and so if there's a PNC office, I can walk in where you are. That's great.
Yep.
And
Matt says I use PayPal with several Facebook auction buy sell groups. Haven't had a problem. Death Angel Shadow, how you doing? And then he also says always use goods and service payments. But see, that's the fallacy that PayPal has painted with people. PayPal has said that, as an example, like we were saying before, that if you use friends and family to pay somebody, you're not protected. But you are protected because, again, your credit card company protects you no matter how you pay that person. And if it's a fraudulent purchase, like they screw you out of what you're paying for, then you're fine. But what people don't realize about PayPal is, as a seller, is like this is kind of what did the final straw with me is I did a studio scale X-Wing model for a guy that was $900.
Right.
I did the model for him. I went ahead and I sent it to him. He got it, sent me a Facebook message showing a photo of it and going, "Oh my God, I really love this."
Mm-hmm.
And then like 5 or 6 months later, did a chargeback on me with PayPal right before the time limit. And I was like, whoa, this got to be wrong. He's got me mixed up with somebody. So what I did was I went to him and he blocked me on Facebook. So I had to fight it. So I sent PayPal delivery confirmation tracker, his post image of him saying, "I got it, love it, thank you very much." And they still sided with him.
Oh, boy.
And it's like, PayPal is not what people think it is. I mean, they are really strange in how they deal with stuff. And it's like, wait a minute here. I have proof of delivery. I got his Facebook message with his name account going, "I got it. Thank you. Here's a photo, proud of it." And then waits till right before the cutoff for doing a chargeback on you. And he does it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wait a minute here. That's not fair to me as a seller. And PayPal, and that's another thing. PayPal doesn't give you any info. They just make the decision. You try to call, we made the decision. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So they did that to me. Like I said, I went, and I said, because I've been with PayPal since 2009.
Okay.
And I've had no issues with them.
Yeah. Me, it's just, an easy thing to do. People send it to me. I can get it out. I thought I have Cash App. I thought of just sending people to Cash App, but then again, I don't exactly know how Cash App works on my end to get it out and stuff. I talked to Becky.
You just simply withdraw. You hit the withdrawal button on Cash App, and it dumps it into your account that you have.
My son, when I sent him Cash App, he had a card.
Yeah,
and I don't have a card or anything. I just wanted to go in my bank.
Yeah,
my PNC account.
Yeah, if I send you $50 via Cash App and you want it in your account, you just simply hit withdraw and they'll pull.
If it's listed, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just straightened that out with.
Death Angel Shadow says something here. It says, "Hi, you all." But then Death Angel Shadow says, here it says, "And my attorney made a decision too." I don't know what you're talking about, Death Angel. Maybe a message you went to send didn't come through with us. But
yeah. Nobody does pay share of how he pays him via PayPal.
Oh, yeah. The thing with PayPal is I think the thing with PayPal is if you're doing small transactions like $50, $100, couple $100 here and there, I think they're pretty much you're safe. They're pretty good about that. But when you get into the high-end purchases or large-scale purchases, they're very anti-seller and more pro-buyer. And it's like they'll put limits on you arbitrarily. Like they'll hold your money, you're beyond your limit. What do you mean I'm beyond my limit? And if you go and you start researching PayPal, there's a lot of big companies that were using them for years. And like one time I read that there was a company that had several $100,000 with PayPal in their account because they were just dealing with them normal for years. Everything was fine. And then arbitrarily one day they said, we're holding your money for 90 days. And they were like, whoa, wait a minute here. So, yeah. Death Angel Shadow says, I mean, if the guy owes you money and did a chargeback, he still owes you money. Oh, yeah, he still does. But this is the problem. If, this customer was out in California, I'm in Michigan. So what are my options? I can hire an attorney for several $1,000s to retrieve $900,
Yeah.
And it's just one of those weird things where it's like, so I just decided, listen, you want to buy from me, you can go to my Shopify store, legit store, and buy, or you can pay me via Revolut. You can pay me by Zelle, Cash App. I take all these other forms of payment, but I'm just not going to take PayPal. And like Ed Lazor, who runs one of the or a couple RPG sell groups, has a rule that if you sell something in his group, you have to use PayPal. So it's like I'm not using the group. Just won't do it. As an admin, he shouldn't dictate to people how they sell. That should be between the two people purchasing.
Might be using that Cash App more. I've been also trying to get a hold of my bank, PNC, to tell them, hey, in April, I'm going to be in an area because I have to do that now because my cards would stop working because somebody's charging you something in Battle Creek, Michigan. Yeah,
if you contact your bank before you come to Battle Creek, though, and you say, I'm going to be in Battle Creek, so anything being charged between this and this date, yes. Because I did that years ago when me and my wife went to the UK. At the time I was Bank America when I had my own publishing company. I actually reached out and I was like, because they're right across the street from me. I says like, look, I'm going overseas. You're going to see overseas charges on my card. And they're like, okay, click, click, click. And it was all fine.
Yeah, that happened one time we were in New Mexico. It's like, you're getting charges from New Mexico. Yeah, it's us.
Yeah. But also a lot of banks have it. Mine does too. I don't know if yours has it, Steve or Glenn. But like as an example, if I charge something and it seems weird to them, they don't block the charge. They'll send me a text and say, there was a purchase for $39.49 at, Bucket O Chicken and blah, blah, blah. Was this you? Hit 1 to say yes or no to stop. And if I hit 1, then they're okay, thank you.
We've got a regular Liberty account. I got my PNC, so I'm going to be talking to both of them before I come and say, hey, be cool. But it makes me feel better you actually have branches where you are. Because I can walk into the branch and say, hey, fix this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Death Angel talks about taking people to small claims. It's true, but this is the problem with small claims is even if they don't show up, you get a judgment. How do you collect a guy out of state? I don't know where he works at. How do you garnish him?
He could be out of country.
Well, they probably know that, and that's why they do it.
Yeah. Well, plus that's another problem. I deal with a lot of people out of the country because like a lot of people from the UK or the Netherlands or someplace will buy a product from me. And what I like about Shopify is if Shopify gets a chargeback request, what Shopify does is they look at all the notes because you can put notes in sales.
Right.
And they really, they're not pro seller. They're not pro buyer. They're very neutral and they look at the situation. So I've had no problems with Shopify. It's been PayPal. PayPal has been all my problems that I've ever had.
Which makes me think that, that some of the problems that you're talking about with PayPal is why Musk is like, okay, I'm making an alternative to PayPal because if they want to be evil, I'm going to make a company that isn't evil or something along that lines.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
competition is good for business all around.
Yes.
Yep. Matt says, my credit union will verify purchases that seem odd or out of normal purchases. I don't mind the oversight. I don't mind the oversight and security. Hey, I'm welcome for you to call. I want my bank to call me if something fishy comes up or if there is something oddball being charged on a card or whatnot. And the nice thing about our new technology that this world's experiencing is that's such easier for them to do now, But
Oh yeah,
PayPal is out of date. Their methods are way out of date.
yeah. Well, like when I bought the machine I have right now, it was back in 2000 during COVID. Uh, I I I ordered the machine online. They processed the payment. My bank immediately came back, locked the card, and said, "This is like this is an unusual activity. Was this you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just bought a new machine." Oh, okay, you can go through. I was like, "Okay, thank
Way
you."
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just yeah. I don't. One of the reasons I use PayPal because it's easy. I mean, if somebody wants to send me money, all I have to do is give them my email address, and
Mhm.
they go to PayPal and say, send such and such email, this money, and that's it. The other services, I don't know what I'd have to do to.
Well, Zelle, Death Angel Shadow says his credit union. He thinks his credit union is affiliated. Zelle is getting bigger and bigger now, but a lot of your bank has to be able to accept Zelle payments, and
Mhm.
it's the same thing. I give you my phone number though,
Mhm.
because my phone number is my Zelle. So I give you or Steve my phone number.
Okay.
When you go to Zelle and you transfer money, to immediately say, "Are you sure?" And you'll give my name. Are you sure you're giving this to Don Samora? Yes. And then
Okay.
you type in, and they give you I think Zelle when you first start out is like $1,500 a day you can do transfer. So it's real nice as a way of, and Zelle protects you too. So that's the nice thing. It's got buyer protection, but also seller protection.
Hmm.
You know, because the way PayPal, and this is what PayPal used to do, was back in the day. If someone said I didn't get it, PayPal would say, "Well, did you send it to them with tracking?" Yes. Here's my tracker. Oh, sorry, you got the package. Mr. Lake, Don sent it to you. You got to deal with him direct if you got a problem with this, and then they would side with the seller. That's kind of the reason why U.S. Postal Service, I found out, is more and more now. Everything gets a tracker with it now.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, they have to. They
Yep.
absolutely have to, and it's
Yeah.
it's crazy, really. But that's the times we're living in.
That's
I
the
know,
time.
right? It's just like, come on, people, learn to be honest again. This is just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Death Angel Shadow says, unfortunately, my credit union's back in Florida. I bought something from a guy in North Carolina, had to get cash, went to affiliate ATM, got charged $3 for it, but they did rebate me. That's another thing. These ATM machines, some of these banks, man, they charge outrageous fees.
No kidding.
It's like, come on, man. $3 or $5 to withdraw money. It's like, are you serious?
I've been watching I watch all these, Vegas YouTubes, and it's like $12 to use an ATM at a casino.
$12?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's pretty normal.
Or more. That's the average right now.
Well, the thing is, if you're in
way.
a casino, they figure you have money, so hey, cough it up. Because they were talking in one of the casinos out in, I'm not sure if it's a Bellagio or who it was, but
Mhm.
they talked about just at the snack bar, it was $12 for a Snickers.
Yep.
And they said it was because, they're not catering to the average person anymore. They're only catering to the ultra wealthy that are supposedly now really the only visitors to Vegas anymore, because they're the only ones that can afford to be out there.
It's a shame. Disney's the same way now.
Oh, geez. I've seen the prices on some of the stuff at Disney, and it's just like, are you kidding me?
Oh, just getting into Disney is like,
Oh, it's insane.
we want rich people. Go away.
Yeah, it's like, give us your money.
Well, not only that, but it's no, I'm not going to pay that. Sorry.
Mhm.
By the way, Don,
Mm.
the package is coming. It's now in Grand Rapids. So
Yay.
yes, there's progress on my book box. Yes.
Good.
I just hope it gets here before raining season. The rain starts. I don't want a soggy box anyway.
It's a pretty good sturdy box. I think it'll take a little bit of rain with it, so
Good.
It should be fine.
Good. They're kind of responsible around here. So yeah.
Death Angel Shadow says that's when Vegas died, when they got rid of regular. That's the thing is you can go. It's like going to to the ballpark now. Even I was never a baseball park person or football, but I hear from people saying like to go to like to watch a baseball game
Mhm.
at one of the big league games, like hot dogs are like $15 for a
Yeah.
plain old freaking hot dog, and a beer is like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fleecing everybody because they know they can get away with it.
That's
Well,
right.
because people are stupid and buy it. If the people in the stadium just said, "I'm not paying that. I'll wait to go across the street to Bob's Burger Joint afterwards," you know.
And it's so funny. I watch these Vegas things, and it's like, okay, nobody wants to go to Vegas. The other places still support the poor, the the not so rich people. They say go to Reno. Now Reno's having their own problem because they're getting lease shot from all these Indian casinos.
Same thing in Michigan.
People would rather go there than to go to Reno. And I
Yeah.
always like Reno better anyway. It's a lot more,
Well, the only time I'm going to a casino is for the buffet because one thing about casinos is they've got like the best food.
Well, Vegas used to, but there's others out there that do. I used to work in California in the mountain area in a radio show. And what I would do is I get a 3-hour lunch break.
Ooh.
And I would drive 40 miles down to Bishop. And right side of Bishop, there's an Indian casino. And I would go in there, eat, come out, play some slots, get the money back I spent, and I got a free lunch.
Nice.
Like once a week. It was great.
Yeah, $100 for spring training game.
What?
Well, how much did they say? I forget the dollar amount, but it was like just to get like nosebleed Super Bowl seats was like $10,000 or something like that for a ticket. It
sounds about right.
It's like, are you joking? I mean, who? And the thing is, they're packed. The people are paying these stupid prices. This is the thing about this. Never got me about football. Why would you want to be there in person with the parking, the crowds, the cold, the crap, the noise, when you can sit in your living room? If you got to get up, take a leak, you can get up, take a leak real quick in private. You can have as much cold beer as you want, hot chili on the stove, and you got to deal with all that. And you get the best seats in the house because you watch the game on TV.
Yeah, my dad
like a big screen
a long time ago with his Lakers game.
Yeah, no, not me. I'm not a sports person. You know what I mean?
That's right, Matthew. Buy Glenn's book. By the way, what do we have as far as running across here? The Gmail. What is
that? Is if people want to ask questions, or if they want to have us answer questions, if you got a show idea, the vlogofmanythings@gmail.com. That is the email that you can use, by the way.
Okay.
And Death Angel Shadow wanted to know from Matt Sherman if he is a Yankees fan. Matt Sherman says yes, he is. And then, have you seen the price of college football game? No, I haven't, but I imagine it's
that's
crazy.
ridiculous too.
I don't even want to know.
You know.
Yeah.
And I guess now they used to not allow it, but now they're allowing, I guess, high school kids now can become sponsored for sports by corporations.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Here's a little story from Becky's side. Becky has, she is one of 6 girls and 1 brother. The brother works for the airlines, and before her dad died, he said, because he was a big Cowboys fan, and he said, I'm going to take my dad to a Cowboys fan before he died. And he did. And then like a few years later, he went on, and that was like a big thing. But he told me how much it costs, and it's like I had to pick my jaw from the floor.
That was back then.
This is like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that's crazy. I used to be in, when I started out my career, I was in culinary before I realized that really was not the best life path for me. And one of the things we did up in Grand Rapids was what's the baseball team that's up in Grand Rapids?
Uh,
They're not the Lugnuts. That's
That's
Deer Battle
Lansing.
Creek or Lansing. Yeah, Lansing.
But anyways, we catered to the local baseball club, and the box seats that they had. Oh my goodness! It's like did you mortgage your house to pay for this box seat? Because that's about what it was.
Yeah, it's crazy money.
Oh, I know.
Death Angel Shadow says even the cupcake college football games are steep, but if you want the top tier SEC games, $400 plus. Jeez, no.
See, this is why we role play, folks. We don't have
Yes,
to deal with this
cheaper.
kind of mess. A lot cheaper. Believe it. And don't listen to people. It is a lot cheaper.
What's that?
Well, I mean, role playing.
Yeah.
In role playing, I mean, you're going to have the WotC shills come back and, well, this is $50 for this book and 25 for this book.
Oh, $50 compared to what, a ticket to get into a baseball game?
Yeah.
Well, here's the part.
People will go wah to that too.
Well, here's the thing that's like really screwed up now is if you go to junior hockey, this is like 5, 10-year-old kids. It's like $100 to get in to watch your own kid play, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
no.
I've done theater since high school, and my friends, I used to tell them I do the shows because I can't afford to go watch the shows, so I will be in them. And it's like, come see my show. It's like, there's $15, $18, and yeah, I want to support you, but I can't do this very often.
I just don't even see the enjoyment of going to a game in person. I honestly don't. When you can watch it on TV, much more comfortable.
Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah, but some people, I guess, it's the experience.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
who do you guys root for? That's an underdog. I like rooting for Rutgers because I'd never heard of them up until they beat the I can't remember something Cardinals, whoever it was that was in their league, and they beat them so handily. I was like, okay, I'm keeping an eye on these guys after this, and and they're actually are kind of an interesting underdog team. They're not a great team, but they're plucky, and that's, I think, the part I like about them the most.
Mm-hmm.
Plucky's good. Plucky is good.
Oh yeah, they're regular scrappers, which is hilarious because like, yeah, you just got your clock clean, but you gave it 110%, so big thumbs up to you.
Matthew Wright concerts are getting overpriced.
Oh yeah.
About 3 years ago, we went to see, and I like to go to the concerts in the casinos. I don't care, And we went to see the Guess Who, which is, I think, it had one original member left in it.
Wow.
And we got executive tickets. And got to see the band and got to meet the band and all this stuff. $260 for Becky and me.
Wow.
But it was like they were quality seats. They were right up front and everything like that. So because Becky, that's Becky's favorite band. And it's like, all right, happy anniversary, we're going. So
that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Or happy birthday. I don't remember. Our anniversary and her birthday are kind of within a month of each other. And a half of each other, so it's like I got points that year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good points.
Husband points. Yeah, that's good.
So what is going on in general in everybody's little sphere of the world? Steve, Glenn?
You start, Steve.
Well, I was having fun reading the news today that Microsoft is in a bunch of trouble, but not like for something they did. Well, for something they did but it's in the AI field, and they overcommitted, and that on top of what they're doing with Windows 12 and some other stuff, they are catching some major blowback right now.
No, not Windows 12. No. Why?
Which will prominently have AI in it.
Yes, and they forced you to buy new hardware because the hardware has to be a specific type of hardware.
They always do this, though.
Yes, and now here's the other funny thing is because of the AI boom, you can't buy memory from Crucial anymore. And there's a couple others that are going to be joining them to where you can't get chips and memory and other things for your car, for your computer, for your phone, for any of that. These guys have contracts locked up for like the next 3 to 4 years in some cases for materials. And if nobody else could get the materials, then guess what? Nobody but the AI superscalers get the get the computer parts, the motherboards, all that kind of stuff. We're just the superscalers are just throwing money at the thing, and the tech companies are going, okay, here's all of our stuff, and everybody else is just kind of left out the tumbleweeds.
Yeah. I mean, this computer here right now is 3 years old. It's a Lenovo, and I ended up having to buy it because of 11. Because my old computer, an HP I had for like 10 years, ran 10 fine, couldn't touch it with 11. Had to go out
Well,
and get a new
here's
thing.
a funny one: is I stumbled onto this by accident, and I don't remember who it was that put me onto this, but I ran into a PC, a little tiny thing, like about that big. I think Don, you've seen it, or at least I've shown you them. Is the Intel Nooks? They were originally made
Yeah.
by Intel, but now
Yep.
they're made by Asus. And
See, yep.
my dad's got one. I've got 3 of them, and I just love them to death. They're just this tiny little thing, but they've got the horsepower of a full-size desktop. They're just amazing.
Yeah. Death Angel Shadow says once the AI bubble bursts, DDR5 will be cheap.
Oh, heck yes, it will. There's going to be so much of it on the
You know,
market.
don't get me wrong that I have to have the whatever's happening now software like Windows, because I will ride a software until, and you know,
Same.
11's going to come out. 2 years at the most you'll have with the current one you have right now, and they'll say, well, stopping support this. Yeah. So yeah, I see it.
I have Windows 11 because I had to, so I got a new computer.
Mhm.
But the problem I have with Windows 11 is they really try to force you have to do all their updates. I mean, you
Mhm.
can turn them off, but they want to automatically upload
Yep.
you to the cloud. They want you to automatically, and it's like, I don't want my stuff loaded to the cloud. I don't want any of that. And they really make it difficult for you to turn that off. And then if you reset your computer or turn your computer off and back on, it's automatically turned back on. So it's like every single time, you're being it's a mess. I'm not a big fan of it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's basically just Microsoft being these little control tyrants. They're like, well, we got to control everything you do so that we make sure that everything runs right. No, you're just a bunch of little tyrants.
You know, Apple ain't much better.
Oh no, absolutely not.
I mean, they've got they got you by the, by the
Gonads.
gonads for everything.
Yes.
When I had Apple, half the stuff I wanted to use was not free.
Yep.
Like on Windows.
Oh, they'll nickel and dime you to death.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've got an iPad that I had to actually buy stuff for it, and it's like, I get this for free on here.
And this is one of the reasons I use Linux.
Well, Death Angel Shadow says I will not switch to 12. I made the decision to use 11 because I'm in IT, but next time I'm going to just put Linux in it.
Yes.
Everybody's, I've always had a problem with Linux. I should have went a long time ago, but it's still for people who want to ding around with their.
If you get KDE Neon, it is one of the easiest ones to use. But literally put it on there, and everything you need is right there. It's really an interesting distro.
Okay, well that's good. That's good because I have friends who, go here. It's like, yeah, but then I have to do this. I have to make sure my printer works. I have to do that. People like Windows that way.
Well, that's the thing though. With Linux, everything, every major modern piece of hardware, whether it's a video card or a printer or whatever, is already built into the system or built into the kernel. So literally you install it and everything works straight out of the box. There's no more of this tinkering or having to go, super nerd or anything like that. It's literally put it on there and run.
Well, Death Angel Shadow says, no, Glenn, use Linux Mint.
And it'll run.
Good one too, yes.
I've got an ancient laser printer here that would work on Linux. An ancient Brother printer that I got a long time ago that still works great, but if the software won't do it, Anyway, remember Microsoft products were free? Yeah, so did I. Believe it or not, I don't use them. That's why I don't use Office.
Hey, Death Angel Shadow, what version of Linux do you use? Which distro? Be interesting to know.
Real quick, Death Angel says I work on CentOS, Red Hat, and Alma all day long.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had CentOS in the office. That was well, actually, we had CentOS. We have CentOS or had CentOS on the servers until Red Hat decided to be a bunch of turds.
Scott, how you doing?
Now we run I think it's Alma Linux now. So
yeah.
Also, I got to ask the chief too because she uses Windows. And if it's anything that I have to dink around with, I'm not going to do it because constantly this ain't working, that ain't working. How do I do this? How do I do? Oh my God! No, I don't want to go through this again.
Dan Teschglen says he's going to be in your state in Tulsa for work this week or later on today.
Nice.
I'm very far from Tulsa, but cool.
And Death Angel Shadow Steve says we're on Alma 8 now at work.
Dan, you're going to find out how dull this state is. You really are. Anyway.
Death Angel said IBM bought Red Hat and ruined things.
Yes.
And
Yep.
That's ironic.
Yeah, Matt says I had to get a new computer after about 10 years. Didn't realize the Word and Excel weren't included. Yeah, no, that's included. Now it's all you have to buy it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all about LibreOffice right now. So
Yeah. Libre is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Or the other one, the LibreOffice variation. I can't remember what it is. I mean,
OpenOffice is what it started as, and Libre was what it became after I think Oracle bought OpenOffice and kind of half ruined it.
But Don told me that they do. Apparently, WotC does, or not WotC, but Microsoft does something funky when you're using the LibreOffice and have it into their format.
Oh yeah, they're doing things now where they're trying to make it very hard to be compatible because they want you using Word, and they even Adobe's pulling that now a little bit with some of their stuff. Like I had a lady, in fact, and if you're dealing with Apple and you want to convert over to Microsoft Windows, I just had an author go from Pages, switch over to Microsoft, convert to Microsoft Word, and boy, it really did a number. Really, really did a horrible number.
I'm going to. I started using the FTP, the generic form. I started using that for everything now, my book and everything. So try and screw that up.
Death Angel Channel says my company tried to get our customers to use RHA, but decided to add the $20 a month as an line item instead of just raising our regular monthly charges for everyone.
See, this is why I don't use that kind of stuff. I do not want to pay a subscription. Damn it!
Well, it depends on.
Either you sell it to me, or I'm not using it.
Well, what he's talking about is Red Hat, and that subscription. That subscription is basically you get a direct support from them instead of community support. So if you're a company, that's actually a very smart thing to purchase as one of those support licenses. So,
if you're a company.
Yes, if you're a company. If you're an individual, just do it through the community.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, what they're doing, even Adobe's, like what Adobe did is, Adobe was like, people like, yay, Adobe's doing subscriptions every month. That's great. I don't got to buy the software now. Well, the problem is what Adobe does is they nickel dime you.
Yes,
everything is a subscription. Photoshop is $20.
And it's also like having cloud stuff. I mean, there is no way I'm going to leave stuff on the cloud or use this program and stuff because you can hold whatever I create, you can hold hostage.
Exactly. That's why I don't like that.
Well, and not only that, but you risk that your stuff gets hacked by people getting into their servers, which say never happens, and it does every single day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, half of Steve books would be up, somewhere else if that was the case.
Well, here's something that's funny is one of the things we tell people all the time in the tech world is the only truly secure computer is one that's buried 20 feet down in the ground in a solid block of concrete. And even that's questionable.
Yeah, every info is like, I mean, I've got stuff backed up on the cloud. I mean, but it's stuff I already can get. See, I have two backup hard drives right here. One of them stopped working. The other one's working, and I lost all my movies and stuff, but I still got. So I started backing up on thumb drives, and Becky kept saying, "Put it on the web, put it on the web." And I said, "I'm not just going to rely on that. I'm sorry."
Death Angel Shadow makes a good point. He says the cloud is just someone else's computer.
Exactly. Yes.
Acer, AWS, other big ones. You have a big bullseye on you.
Yeah.
That's why I have backups. I mean, that's what I do is I back up. I have two different backups that get backed up twice a day, and I just do that automatically. It's automatically happens because I'm not going to run into a situation.
I've got two of these to back up. This one stopped working. Okay, it's 2 terabyte. The other one's 4 terabyte. It's still kind of working.
Well, I'm kind of funny because I'm kind of paranoid about data loss. So what I do is I have my machines get back up backed up to the secondary drive, which gets backed up to the NAS, which gets backed up to an external hard drive, which then gets backed up to a thumb drive that goes down to my dad's. So there's like five points of failure that, that any one of them fails, I'm still good. I've got 4 others to back up on.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've come to the realization that anything you do with a computer or anything else, it's at risk, whether it's sitting on your desk here or on the cloud.
Yes.
And like people say, the only secure thing is if you print it out and you have a hard copy.
Dan Tesh says, Grandpa Glenn, stop using an old spinning platter drive for backups.
Oh, really? Thank you. That's what I got. Okay. I mean, my computer has one of the more fantastic, what are those drives now? Hard drives?
You talking about
the
little
No.
these little guys?
I guess so. Yeah.
The M2 drive.
Yeah. I've got in there, but that's what I got to work with right now. That and thumb drives. So do what you can. It's not like I have a Zoom drive.
Speaking of those M2 drives, they have enclosures that you can get that makes it look like, make sure that you put those M2 drives into, and it looks like a gigantic thumb drive, and it allows you to access those M2 drives just like they were a thumb drive. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Terry says, for me, external hard drives and thumb drives is backups.
Yeah. I mean, everything is, that's, I'm going to lose my movie someday because of disk rot and all that kind of stuff. Nothing's ever permanent anymore.
No. And Death in the Shadow says, back in the day, we had stencils for programming networking. The stencil for anything beyond your WAN was just a cloud.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The easiest things become the more at risk they are. What are you going to do?
Well, I mean, nothing's forever. And unless you continue, I mean, backups are great to have, but like you also got to be really careful with them because like I had a backup drive and I knocked it off my desk on accident and it hit the floor.
And it was done after that.
And it was done. It was cooked. And it's like
try to get the information off of that without it costing you a couple of $100.
Well, I mean, if you want your stuff, you're kind of like, you're at the mercy of the people who can get it from you.
This is true.
Here's kind of a fun little factoid is the way SSD drives operate, they're technically a battery that stores data because they store it using electrical charge states.
I mean, look behind me. I've still got game books that are physical, so I know they're going to last a lot longer than whatever the hell's got stored on this.
Oh yeah, anything physical or printed out will outlast you.
Scott says, I still chisel on stone tablets.
Woo! And
nothing bad. I mean, nothing real. I mean, I make a lot of notes. I keep all my notes. So I have binders of when I do a project, I create a binder, and I keep all written notes in there and everything. But the problem is digital file is a digital file. Once you lose that file, something happens to it.
Here's my
you
main
can really be screwed.
Here's books right there, written out by me, and that's what I use. I've also got stuff on OneNote. I use OneNote a lot. Got a lot of my stuff on OneNote, but at the same time, I can't always rely on that being where I need to run the game.
Well, also, if you're going to put things like in Word document or OneNote or whatnot, it's really smart also to print that stuff off.
Oh yeah, got that.
To have physical copies of it. That's why I have my binders, because everything if I can print it off, I print copies of it off, including emails from people.
Right. Ooh. Like I said, and some people think I mean, here's one of my files for Gangbusters, one of the games, and I'm in the process of putting them in these things, so I can take these things instead of a lot of notes and these books and stuff like that. People are going, "You're being redundant. That's stupid." I says, "No, it's not. I'll have it with me." And it's not going to take as much space. And also, it's been proven that when you write stuff down, you remember it better.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm going to write another one of my books like this. No, but at the same time, it'll stay up here longer. Well,
and again, that's the problem though with modern day, stuff is, people will have a file folder on their computer and all of their stuff for their game or their book or whatnot's in that folder. Well, if you don't back up and properly back up,
Right.
then what happens if something happens to your computer, lightning storm hits you, you have an issue or
House fire.
something,
That's
you've just
why I like-
lost.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
And it's just like and I learned this so many times the hard way is, my software is set up when it's open, it automatically will do a backup every so often. I actually have it auto saving because how many times have I done something and then I'm almost done with it and something happens?
Well, like I said, I remember better writing it down. Also, like you were saying, I've got it on OneNote. I've got all my devices hooked up to my OneNote. Some place that does not have internet access,
Mm-hmm.
I got these.
Yeah.
You
Death
can't
Angel
rely on that.
Yeah, Death Angel says the worst thing is our primary product is pharmacy management system that runs in Linux, but our internal IT guys are Windows guys with a few years. My team of 3 have over 100 years IT experience.
Wow. Incredible.
Nice.
Totally incredible. But that's the state of information in the gaming this time.
That's right. You heard it on a vlog of many things. That's
It
right.
did, and it's the truth.
So what people, real quick, because we're almost hitting an hour here. What would people like to see us get into more and talk about more? And don't use the generic term games or gaming because that's really broad. What specific topics, and it doesn't have to be gaming that we talk about. Me and Glenn talked about this the other day.
Huh.
What are some other topics, and also along with gaming specifically, what people like to see?
Yeah, you guys like to talk about food. You like to talk about movies. You can talk about all kinds of things.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a set topic.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that's why we have the vlog of many things Gmail, across the bottom, is because if you have an idea for a show or a topic we want to cover, send us an email and just say, hey, I have an idea. Why don't you guys talk about this? Death Angel Shadow says, I just turned 53 on the 5th. 5-3.
Congratulations.
I'm going to be 54 middle of April, so.
I just turned 58, so.
Well, I'll be 69 this year around April, so.
Yeah, I'm just a little gosling over here.
You are. But yeah, we'll talk about mostly anything. And if I don't know anything about it, I'll be really quiet.
Death Angel Shadow asks Steve real quick. Go ahead, Glenn.
Although I will always occasionally, well, not occasionally, but try and link it back to gaming somehow.
Gotcha.
So anyway, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, question. This says, Steve, you're an author, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, Glenn, your package, I also, along with your books, I put a couple of mine that I wrote in there. If you want to check.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Physical books. Physical.
Physical? Okay.
Matt Sherman says 52 in January.
Oh, nice.
Youngins.
Right.
The chat's still youngins.
And I can see our the person who wants the Amazon digital isn't here today. So
Yes. Death Angel says, I need to get a hold of you to get on a show or two. Yeah, we'll have you on the
why
show.
not?
Yeah,
I was on a show. It was a lot of fun. You come on out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we take a lot of people right off the street. Yeah.
Drag them off the street.
Yeah. Drag him on. Brian, who came on Friday, we drug him. Well, yeah, we drug him in there. So I'm waiting for him to come back on here. I want to see I got him a camera and
you did. You got him a camera finally. You did say
said he was pissed at me because now he has to clean his apartment. So
that's why I use the automatic background, because you don't want to see what's behind me.
No, Brian is from Thaco's Hammer, right?
yes.
He's the one who runs the show. You guys been doing it, 16 years, you said?
Yeah, something like that. I've been the main host, and Brian's been the engine, and full on just badass crazy. But that has nothing to do with it. But he's a really good. I like to get him on here sometime, but being a trucker, he'd be calling from a truck.
Is he a trucker?
Yes, he is.
That's going to be real hard.
No, I mean, he manages to do the show on road, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe he can hold himself up on a truck stop and do sometime. But anyway,
Terry R says 61 was 65 and 60, or I was 65 in January.
Congratulations.
Mhm.
I don't feel
Green
so bad.
screens. Howard Game Range is going doing well. Yeah, doing well. Just having issues with the main schedule page that shows the games which we've been working on, but I'm not going to say. Every time I say when it'll be fixed, I curse myself. So it's being worked on. I'm paranoid about giving dates now.
I'm on the benefit one, and I have submitted another one.
Yes. So, and then Death Angel Shadow, says I just got my wireless lavalier mics delivered today. Going to try them out.
All
Oh,
right,
nice.
lavalier, very nice.
Is that good quality? I take it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
very much so. It's
I
not
just use a
it's
simple
not
Yeti.
USB
Or
stuff.
no, a blue.
This is like a legitimate stuff. This isn't USB stuff.
Oh, okay.
Using the studio. I used to have some of this stuff around here. Now I don't know where.
Oh, yeah. Nope. I'm
So you
basic. I'm simple.
Yeah, you need a.
I'm cheap.
Yep. Death Angel Shadow
Eric gave
says,
me
yep,
this.
under promise, over deliver. Yep, exactly. Exactly.
What can I say? And everybody who does like voice work, they're all saying, never use a USB mic, never use a USB mic. And I can understand that, but some people are poor like me.
Well, I mean, it's like when I was looking for a microphone. You did put some serious money out on these things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Yep,
thinking,
yep, yep.
I think I spent $150 on this, and I was like, that's like, oh God. But that was like the cheapest thing I could find at the time that had, anything above a 3-star rating,
Well, before Eric got me this, I was using one of the ball microphones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, these right here that I a $35 Turtle Beach gaming headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for your head mic and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you use.
I've got these monsters that I use a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And see, what I love is if I need something for like recording or I have to wear these or something like that, I'll go out and buy a gaming headset because this thing is tough. I mean, this thing will probably last a nuclear war.
Well, I found out about the Turtle Beach and how good they are and everything from the guys at work, because when I first came in, there were guys that actually ran their phones off of those. You had to it's got the regular stereo combined end on it, but then you would plug it into an adapter and it would plug into your regular office desk phone, and they just did that instead of the office or the regular office phone headsets. And so I was like, okay, I'll try that, and I loved them.
Yeah,
Matt. Yeah, definitely get a mic and a camera. Come on, show. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, sure.
Death Angel Shadow says I have a Shure MV7 Plus, but wanted the USB-C for PC and the XLR connections for my mixer. Yeah, I don't go that far. I have my mic on a boom. I've got a simple webcam, and that's about as complicated as I am.
Simple is best.
God, it works great. It works great. So
yeah, it works. That's the thing. This does other things. I mean, it's got switches on the buttons on the back that you can utilize and such. You can turn it up or turn it down.
Ball type.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the company. Where is Ball?
Scott Mulder says, yeah, if you're doing something even remotely commercial grade, you need a condenser mic and DI interface.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Now, question for everybody, the technophobes here. What's the difference between a regular mic and a condenser mic?
That I don't know.
Because I see people talking about condenser mics all the time, and I actually used to have a condenser mic, but I don't know what is so special about condenser mics, or is it because it was like on spring? It was way different.
See, it's almost like it's its own separate thing from your computer, because to run it you need a IP, IV, whatever the hell. You got it. You hook it up to that, then you hook it up to the computer, and it translates like regular, this to digital to go into your computer. You have to do it that way. But that is supposed to be a lot cleaner,
Well, obviously they're sensitive, because Dan Tesh just said, I can't go with a condenser style mic in my house. They pick up everything. It's got a toddler, 4 dogs, a wife that stomps around like Bigfoot.
Yeah, you should have like this one is it's not omni. It's, you know,
Directional.
here, direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a big
directional is a
thing,
good
too,
one to have.
directional. I mean, if you're having somebody like sitting around at a table with 3-4 people talking, you want an omni.
Hmm.
But if you're just talking to somebody else, you each want to be a directional like this to cut out all this other crap.
Yeah, because I notice, like, even with this, like, if I start talking, I get closer, even though I'm talking the same tone. My voice gets even deeper and richer.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Louder.
Oh, come on, I can't
Louder.
be that deep and rich. But zinger.
Yeah,
Um,
condenser mics use a transducer to convert sound waves into electrical signals. The
There you go.
transducer can pick up every individual sound wave.
Yes, it's cleaner.
Yes,
Yeah,
condenser
Um,
mics are more sensitive.
yeah. Magnetic coil and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're like doing like professional voice work or something where where everything's important, but for a regular vlog like this, I mean,
I think this sounds great, to tell you the truth.
you sound fine to me. I mean, you sound the same over the phone as you do on that.
Thank you. I'm also fortunate to be in a room that is just like mwah, as far as doing something like this, because it just deadens everything.
Hmm.
And I rarely get a room like that.
Yeah.
Why I want to stay in this house, because I just want this room.
Now,
My studio.
real quick, you ended up not moving.
Not yet. That's always going to be hanging over my head.
Okay, so what's the whole thing with this move that you're going to do?
Well, Becky wants to move closer to the her son and the grandkids.
Ah, okay.
And we bought this. We're buying this house.
Mhm.
It's the first time we bought a house. Everything else had been rent. And she wants to find a house to buy in Eden. And so I'm kind of like I'm stepping away from this and letting her do her thing, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to write a book. I'm trying to go to a contract. I'm trying to okay, don't think about it. Don't think about it. I know it's going to come. What I'm afraid of is the fact that we're going to get into another rental situation.
Ugh.
And I do not want to spend the rest of my life jumping from apartments to houses to apartments to houses 2 or 3 years, because we've moved like at least 5 times since I've been here. I moved here in 2000.
Mhm. Well, plus, if you decide that if the idea is to sell where you're at now and buy another house, depending where you go, housing prices are absolutely astro-freaking-nomical.
And I don't know how we got this. I mean, this is a small town, yeah, but still, we
Mhm.
were I thought we lucked out. She says, where she wants to go is more expensive, but yeah, okay, because it's the market. So I'm just, like I said, she's doing her thing in selling stuff online, and I'm doing this, and I'm hoping nothing happens until after June, when all my cons are done. So anyway, I have a lot more, thoughts about it, but I'm not going to bore anybody.
Yeah.
Show.
Well, Dan Tesh
I'll
says,
bore you later, Don.
no problem. Death Angel Shadow, if your dynamic mic is USB, there's no risk of phantom power since the phantom power is sent over the XLR pins.
Yeah.
Boy, you guys are really getting technical here. Walter says it's all fun and games until you get feedback from your home mic setup and your PC or audio squelch.
Yeah.
Simple. Can you hear my voice? Can you see me? Bingo. I already get shit from people going, my lighting is like crap here, especially at night. It's like, I have a small light on my desk. I don't like overhead lighting. I don't like lighting a ton of it.
Like, I'm in this room. I've always got to think about, you have to bring lamps into a room that doesn't have any, lights and stuff on the wall or whatever. But I'm kind of thankful, because this is one of the few rooms I've been in where I do this stuff that does not have a light and a fan right above me, which just, it looks terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Dan Tesh says, Jeff, we're doing it again, this time different people. Hey, you know what? If, when you're passionate about something, you can get off the rails. That's why, everybody here on the show tends to avoid talking about binding and printing with me, because
you guys are gamers. You guys are gamers. You should know about being obsessed with stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, don't start Don on printers because he'll talk to you for a week on that.
Yes.
Well,
But-
what I would do with Eric, me and Eric's shows is the fact that if we ever get slowed up or we want to stay on and get slowed up, I just get him to talk about cold cop stories.
Yeah.
He's got a ton of them. It's great.
Yep.
I think I've heard a lot of them at least 3 times, but they're still great stories.
Dan definitely just doesn't want to talk about ham radio. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's down a different rabbit hole.
Yeah,
But-
we can talk about movies if you want to. I mean,
Oh,
I can talk about that all the day long.
Yeah. But gentlemen, it is 2:00 on Tuesdays. We like to keep to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Just did other people's schedule. I guess Eric is going on doing a live stream with what's her name again?
I can't remember her name.
Her name is
All I know is the
Bunny. Bunny is her name, and Zane's.
we're trying to promote, folks.
Yes. So, yeah. So Eric's doing a live starting at 2:00. It's just now firing up. If you want to head over to the 10 Cars Tavern.
Yeah.
Other than that, we'll be here on Thursday. We're going to be talking about hard telling. What we're going to be talking about.
We should be here on Thursday. The weather looks right now, well, supposed to be getting storm clouds and stuff in, and I hear there's a tornado watch.
Mm-hmm.
But Thursday, hopefully that'll be cleared up. So I'll be here.
Yep. Oh, Dungeon Damsel. Dan Tesh says that's what she goes by.
Dungeon Damsel. That's
Yeah.
right.
So I think Eric did an interview with her, or vice versa, a few days ago.
Mhm.
They had him on last Wednesday's Talking Crit Live.
And I will be trying to get Brian back onto one of these shows, finding out what his schedule is and see where I can fit him in, because he's got a lot to say about Tui.
Yeah.
And everybody loves Tui, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in. But
Yeah. Thank you.
everybody, thanks for tuning in. Dan, Matt Sherman, Death Angel Shadow, Scott Mulder, thank you very much. I'm trying to think who else we had. That was the main people in chat today.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys. Come on by Thursday, 8:00.
I'm still recovering from our time change, so
Yeah, that's a little bit different, but not too bad. We're just getting weird weather here. Literally, we're getting weather now. Today is 65 out.
Mm-hmm. And then it's supposed to go down to freezing in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's typical March for Michigan, up and down.
yeah,
So,
that's why the tornadoes. Hey, March is here. in
Oh,
Oklahoma.
speaking of the tornadoes, go check out the news report on the tornado that went through Union City. It was rated as an F3.
yes.
Just flattened that
My wife has a child in her classroom that notified that her grandmother was killed in that tornado down by Quincy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, we had major problems down here in southern Michigan. So
I'm lucky. Been 25 years of being in the wrong place for it.
yeah.
Well, I will never forget being in Walgreens and looking out the front door with the windows and stuff. And there was a church diagonal across from the corner, from the intersection, and there was a tornado right behind it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I said, that's as close as I ever want to get to a tornado. We had to hold up in the manager's office for a while.
Mhm.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But gentlemen, thank you for coming on the show today. Again, everybody in chat will be here 8:00 on Thursday. You can tune in to any of our channels to watch it.
Mhm.
Please hit like and subscribe if you will on whatever or video channel that you're watching right now. Helps us out. This is Don from Blog Many Things. Steve, Glenn, thank you again. And everybody in chat, thank you very much.
Bye, folks.
We
Thanks.
will see you guys on Thursday. Talk to you later.
Bye.